Silver Days, what up, what up? Good to see you, man. Crypto Clay, what up, what up? Good to see everyone, good to see everyone. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Long week, long week. So definitely happy Friday is here. Let's let everyone roll in and we'll jump right into it. Definitely some stuff I'm excited to cover today. It's a bit of a slow day in the news cycle, but there's always something happening behind the scenes in crypto, and that's the best part about crypto. Ed, good to see you. Murdoch, good to see you. What up, what up, what up? CMDR, more SEC XRP FUD. Yeah, that's always going on. That's always going on. You can't escape the FUD. You can't escape the FUD. That's why I choose to fight the FUD, right? If you can't escape it, you fight it. So I've made my job the official FUD fighter. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it, right? It's for me. It's part of the job. It's part of the job. Guys, if you're getting here early, make sure to go to the upper right-hand corner, drop a like on the stream. If anyone has any questions, Project Agora, Ed, I need to do more research into that. I've seen that dropped around, and I just don't know enough about it right now, I don't think, to give you any concrete thoughts. I'm going to take a quick look at it right now and see if I can pull anything from it. No, I haven't seen that FUD. Let me take a look at that in a second. JJL, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into Project Agora at another time. I'll have to get some more thoughts on that when I can do some more research. BIS is going digital. Crypto Clay, if you have anything on it that I should be focusing on, let me know. There's another question, XRP SEC, another FUD article, I guess. I haven't seen it, so I'm guessing it's fake. If there is any kind of legitimate fear of some other lawsuit or anything like that, I'm sure I would have seen it. But I'm not seeing anything right now. So, yeah, I think we're looking pretty good at the moment. See what else we got. What was the news about, what the news about the meeting with the SEC in 4 days? I don't know if there is a meeting, right? I don't know if there is a meeting. I don't know if there is a meeting. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Oh, okay, okay. Very interesting, very interesting. Yeah, a lot of the BIS projects, like, they talk about a lot of uses of DLT technology. But Coach JV posted on X. There's a meeting. Let me see what Coach posted. Let me see what Coach posted. Maybe that can give us a. Sorry guys, you guys are asking a lot of questions right now, and some of the stuff I just haven't seen yet, which is shocking because I've been on X all day. Let's take a look at this. Oh, very interesting. Okay, okay. Okay, this is real. This is real. Cordyman 183. Thank you. Oh, this is fresh. This is fresh. No wonder I didn't see it. No wonder I didn't see it. Okay. This is interesting. Thank you. This is why you guys are the best. You're always bringing me alpha that I haven't even seen yet. All right, so this is pretty interesting. It looks like we do have a settlement meeting. 4/16/2024. No, this is real. This is definitely real. Very, very cool. Very cool. So that is happening on the 16th. What is the 16th? Okay, so the 16th is Tuesday at 2 p.m. The 16th is Tuesday at 2 p.m. So that's when we're going to have that settlement meeting. Guys, there's nothing, we have no idea what's going to come out of the settlement meeting. For all we know, it could be another failed discussion. But eventually this case is going to wrap up, and most SEC cases do wrap up via a settlement. So it's certainly interesting, right? It at least gives us a date to be paying attention to. Let me just double check this one last time. Yeah, 4/16/2024 at 2 p.m. SEC and Ripple settlement discussion. I'm curious if there's any more settlement discussions after this. I'm curious if there's any more settlement discussions after this, or this is the last one. I know the last day for documents to be filed is May 6th or something like that. So yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Very interesting. From what I'm understanding also, just so you guys know, is that this discussion could just be a discussion to settle some smaller parts of the case, and some of the parts of the case can still keep going. But any kind of settlement discussion, right, we need to be paying attention to, because who knows what we're going to get out of any of these discussions. So really appreciate you bringing that to my attention. It looks like the next date we need to be watching is that May 16th date. That is going to be a day the SEC and Ripple are meeting. And look, if the SEC and Ripple are meeting, then things are happening behind the scenes. So Quarty Man 183, they said this was the last one on the Good Morning Crypto show. Very, very interesting. Thank you for that information. Very interesting. Thank you for that information. Okay, so this is the last settlement discussion that's planned. Now, guys, it's important to know that they don't need a settlement discussion to settle, right? They can settle at any moment. Settlement discussions are always open. So I just want to make that clear. I'm not saying that it won't happen on that date. I'm not saying it couldn't happen on that date. But it's very, very important to understand that they can settle whenever the heck they want. Also, guys, we have 145 people in here already. Make sure to drop a like on the stream. Would really, really appreciate that. Let's try to get up to 50 likes. What up, what up, what up? Cold Scope, good to see you. Nicholas, what up? David, how's everyone doing? Yeah, no, the 16th is going to be interesting. The 16th is going to be interesting. Zero Hedge reposted an XRP post. Very interesting. Very interesting. Zero Hedge is a pretty big account. I'm going to see if I can see that for myself. Explain why the 16th. It's the Ripple and the SEC are going to be forced to sit down and actually talk about settlement. Judge Netburn is facilitating that. So, that's happening right now. Nothing Burger RPM. Look, there's a very good chance it is a Nothing Burger, but if the discussions are happening, right? If the discussions are happening, it's still very interesting. It's still very interesting to see what's coming, see if anything comes about. Yeah, the entire market is looking pretty weak at the moment. Unfortunate, but we'll get our legs back. We'll get our legs back. We just don't have a lot of news today. We don't have a lot going on in the equity market either. It's a pretty bearish day in the equity market. So it's just a slow day in markets. Guys, let's see if we can get up to 50 likes, though. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you haven't yet, go to the upper right-hand corner, drop a like on the stream. Would really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of agree to some aspect. I don't know if Gary Gensler is capable of settling. I don't know if Gary Gensler would settle. Gary Gensler might just be trying to stall the industry. And if Gary Gensler is just trying to stall the industry, right, a settlement is never going to be the thing he's going to pick. He's always going to let the case go as long as possible. But you never know, right? Because Gary Gensler is kind of being forced to pursue other cases at the moment because the Ripple SEC case has gone so badly. If the Ripple SEC case is really affecting his other cases and he's worried about a judgment coming down in that case that's going to be used against him, then the best thing he could do is settle the case. The SEC is an agency, right, that settles most of their cases because most of the cases, they don't actually want case law being created. So the SEC doesn't want to create case law. They can settle the case. And I think that would be the smart thing for the SEC to do at this point. Lucky Massive, ABS. Who's ABS? Who's ABS? I did see something about this the other day. Let me take a look at that because I do see where you're going with that. Lucky says ABS said Ripple just sold 300 million XRP. So is Ripple selling the XRP to get ready for a settlement? ABS is Good Morning Crypto host. Okay, let me see. Good morning. Good Morning Crypto. Let's see his post. Did he say it or does he have a post on it? Did he say it or does he have a post on it? I'd like to see a post. Oh, he said it on his show? Okay. Let me see if I can find a post in terms of Ripple releasing that XRP from Escrow. Oh, like 10 minutes ago? Oh, that's so cool. You guys are just bouncing from show to show. I love that. I'll have to get on his show at some point. I tried to work out getting on his show at one point, and both of us are just so busy, I couldn't figure out time to do it. But I'll have to get on his show at some point. He seems like a good dude. Let's see. XRP. If I do XRP Escrow, I should get something, right? XRP Escrow. Guys, what we're trying to find is if Ripple unlocked XRP early. Okay, so Ripple released 500 million XRP from Escrow today, and it's not the first of the month. Very atypical. $300 million is what they are pulling. Mods, help me out. And if guys, help me out. Linda, you didn't get a notification that I was going live. Make sure you have bell notifications on. Okay, this is interesting, right? I'm just trying to find right now if there's any logical explanation for why that escrow was released. I would love... So why is this XRP escrow getting released? Can one of the mods get rid of this person? Jeez. Some people. Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. This is interesting. I'm just wondering if there's any reason. The 300 million was. Yeah, Crypto Clay, that's what I'm trying to figure out now, right? Why did Ripple release that escrow now? Right? Why would Ripple release that escrow early? Maybe so, okay, yeah, because they need the money, right? Ripple's obviously doing something. Um, yeah, I mean, guys, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, right? Is there anything, right? Anything being announced, right? I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing like Ripple said, oh, we're releasing the escrow for this. But, let me see what Erie posted. When did Erie post it? It would be great if we could get her in the chat right now because she would know if it was atypical. No, I agree that it could possibly be for the settlement, right? I agree that if they're pulling that XRP out early, it is interesting. It lines up perfectly with that settlement conference. Yep, Ari just posted the conference too. Ari just posted the conference too. All right, so someone's going to respond to what Ari's saying. Someone's going to respond to what Ari's saying and break this down. I think one of the legal experts will probably chime in here. So what I'm confused about, just so you guys know, is I'm under the assumption that Ripple can't pull the escrow early. If Ripple could just pull the escrow early, then what's the point in the escrow? So how is Ripple able to do that, right? That's what I'm kind of wondering. So something to me seems a little suspicious there. Wonder if it never got removed in reference to the trial against Brad and Chris. What do you mean, Taylor? Darren, good to see you. All right, so just to catch everyone up on what we're talking about right now, and guys, we really appreciate if you drop a like on the stream. I would like to get as many people in here as possible because I'm a little confused what's going on here. So on April 16th, according to this document, which is a real document, the only thing we're not sure is if it's up to date, but I think it is up to date. According to this document, Ripple and the SEC are meeting on April 16th at 2 p.m. to talk about settlement. What we also saw was a lot of news happening around the escrow. It looks like Ripple unlocked the escrow early, but I don't understand how that's possible. When did the escrow after... Yeah, that's why I don't... A lot of people are saying the escrow is run on smart contracts. That's why I don't understand how Ripple would be able to take the escrow out early. I'm trying to figure it out. So the one data point we have is a settlement conference on the 16th. That I'm pretty sure about. What I still haven't gotten an answer to is this escrow news. Haha, that's funny, Need for Speed. That's funny. So is this why we're going down? Because the deal is final? Guys, this is fascinating. This is fascinating. Um, this is fascinating. I want to try to. I'm trying to get someone. I'm trying to get someone in here who can message it to tell us about this, right? Ripple. I got you, RPM. What I'm trying to realize is normally Ripple's escrows. Exactly, drunk Batman. Exactly. That this unlock we're talking about right now is not in the schedule. Um, Crypto Clay. I don't know if it was pulled from escrow. They hold XRP elsewhere. I'm sure they might have just sold some. Well, the reports are that it was pulled from escrow, just a sale of XRP. Oh, Taylor said, I'm wondering if the pre-trial conference for April 16th is still on the schedule. Never got removed and is referencing dropped charges against Brad and Chris. Okay, so you're wondering, right, if this is the Taylor, I totally see what you're saying, but I'm not sure because there was a settlement conference the other day confirmed between Ripple and the SEC. So I wouldn't be surprised if they are having these settlement conferences. Crypto Clay, can you confirm that it's not from the escrow? I see you saying that, but I don't. I'm just not seeing any proof right now. Yeah, it says there. It says the money was unlocked from an escrow wallet. That's what Whale Alert is pushing. That's what Whale Alert is pushing. Whale Alert is pushing that this was unlocked specifically from the escrow. And then the other detail we have is the settlement conference. So we have the settlement conference and XRP unlocked from the escrow prior to when it was supposed to be unlocked. Guys, if you're just getting here, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the like button. Okay. Interesting. RPM, read your last two comments. Let me see what you got. Okay, yes, it did come from the escrow address, right? That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about right now. This is guys, this is kind of interesting. I'm still skeptical, right? I'm still skeptical. Because you have to be a skeptic in this space, but this is looking interesting. This is looking very interesting. The reason this is looking interesting is because I don't know why Ripple would have pulled that XRP early. I really don't. I don't have a good answer for why Ripple would pull that XRP early. And outside of an answer for that, I'm just sitting here looking at this and saying, if that settlement conference is next week, why else would Ripple have pulled that XRP? This is very weird. I'm just messaging some lawyers on the back end right now to see if I can confirm to make sure that that settlement conference is still up to date. Because that would kind of poke a hole in the theory if that was just an old post, right? If that was just an old post and the accounts are just recirculating that news, that would be something that would hurt the theory. So I'm just trying to make sure. I'm just trying to make sure that that's still an accurate post. If anyone can go search Brad Garlinghouse's likes and David Schwartz's likes and just take a look at that, if they have any indication in their likes, I'd be really curious. Sometimes you can confirm whether news is fake or real by looking what Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz are liking. Also, guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream. Would really appreciate it. We want to get as many people in here as possible so we can really get some eyeballs on this. This is fascinating. Okay, this is interesting. Ripple has said before they can't touch their escrow. It is automated. That's what I don't understand. How could it be removed early if it's automated? That's what I can't wrap my head around. Unless they can pull it forward. It's very possible they can pull it forward and then they just have to wait. Yes, it's probably re-escrowed funds. It's probably re-escrowed funds, XX. Appreciate that. I think you're on it. I think it's probably re-escrowed funds. Now, the next question is, why are they pulling the funds? Just so you guys understand, a settlement conference is the most bullish thing for the Ripple SEC case. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Impossible to pull it forward. Thank you, RPM. Nobody removed anything early. What do you mean, XX? Notably, on April 1st, Ripple released only 500 million XRP from escrow. Essentially, the payment firm has executed the last transaction to fulfill the anticipated 1 billion. Okay. So earlier this month, Ripple pulled less than normal. So this is Ripple pulling the second half, I guess. So is that what we're seeing? Ripple pulling the second half? Who tweeted that? Who tweeted that? Oh, Sean? Sean, are you confirming that that's true? Who made that original post? Okay, yeah, Sean, you're the one who pulled that. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Okay, that's helpful. Okay, so Ripple's not pulling the XRP. That makes more sense. That at least makes me believe, what's going on here. Okay, so Ripple did not pull their entire XRP allocation earlier this month. Sean, can you help us out real quick? Sean, has this ever been done before by Ripple? Is this something we've seen before, or is this something that we haven't seen before? Because it's obviously taking the market off guard to a certain degree. Would love to get your thoughts there, Sean. If you know, I just assume because you seem to have some interesting information. I'm not getting any answers right now from the attorneys, but I'll keep you guys updated if I do get anything there. This is. You believe it happened once before. Okay, so at least we know that this is atypical, right? This definitely isn't something we see consistently. A lot of the stuff like this, right? Ripple's escrow releases, I just don't track that closely, to be candid with you guys. Normally, it's just like, I know why Ripple's pulling the escrow, right? So there's not really always a purpose of me digging deep into it. But this is definitely leading to some speculation on why Ripple is doing it. 1 minute. I'm almost done here. Sorry about this, guys. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. In February, the firm released 600 million XRP in 2 transactions, with the third transaction failing. Wake me up at $5. Yeah, Crypto Clay, F the noise, right? Just wake me up when the price moves. Okay, very interesting though. Very interesting. This is definitely an interesting fact pattern. I was not expecting this to be on my bingo card today for something to break down. Look, Ripple obviously, right, has pulled that money for one reason or another. I think the big question now is why Ripple pulled that money. Obviously, we have that settlement discussion, but even if it was a settlement discussion, right, I don't think settlements are paid instantaneously or anything like that. So I don't see why Ripple would have to pull the money now prior to the meeting. So I will say that. I will say that's kind of where I'm sitting right now in regards to all of this. Even if Ripple and the SEC was going to settle, I don't know why Ripple would have to pull the money beforehand. That part doesn't really make any sense to me. It's not like Ripple is expected to show up to the SEC office with briefcases full of cash and say, okay, we're here to settle. Here's our money. So I'll say that's my biggest skepticism at the moment. I don't see why Ripple would have to pull this money beforehand. To me, it seems like Ripple could pull this money whenever they wanted. Now, that's not poking a massive hole, right? Maybe Ripple just wants the money out now to get ready. But I will say that's kind of the biggest thing I'm looking at and trying to say that maybe that's why this wouldn't be real. Or not wouldn't be real, right? It's just important that we understand that correlation doesn't equal causation. We do have the settlement conference, it looks like. And it does look like Ripple did pull extra money from Escrow. Not extra, but pulled money from Escrow. So we just don't know if those things are related. That's what we don't know right now. Does Ripple have some kind of indication that they're going to settle with that money? Possibly, or Ripple could be buying another company, and it could just so happens that we do have the settlement discussion next week. Let's see. Still no legal professionals have commented on Eddie's post either. Containing Colorado, thank you, man. I would love to bring you on board. Yeah, we're in the early stages right now of setting up the firm. Crypto Colorado, honestly, we're just waiting for this market to really take off. What I would really like to do is be able to be a cryptocurrency financial advisor full-time. I want to make sure I can dedicate my all of my time and resources to like helping you guys and the people who want those services. So I just want to make sure I can provide those services full time. And when the cryptocurrency market takes off, I will be able to do that. But we're just kind of building in the background right now. But I really appreciate that, man. I'm looking to bring a whole bunch of cool stuff to market very soon. A lot of building in the background right now. A lot of long nights, kind of structuring everything. But big things are coming, and I really hope we get to that point right sooner than later when this market really starts ripping, so I can really start investing my full time and energy into the space. XX says this is just an escrow release transaction. They may re-escrow all funds for all we know. That's a great point, XX. That's a great point. That is a great point. But I thought normally it is weird how it's broken up, or maybe Ripple has just restructured it, right? I really hope we get someone who makes a post kind of addressing any of the any falsehoods associated with this. And what I mean by that is, right, just if like just to see if anything is off guard here, right? If anything is being reported on that isn't necessarily true. So far, I haven't seen too much pushback against any of the facts being presented, which is good. I haven't seen anything that makes me question the legitimacy of any information yet. Eyes are open, though. See what else we got. Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream as well. You guys have been absolutely amazing today. Sorry, I know I haven't been as fully focused on this chat as normal. I'm just really trying to see if I can get any insight on this settlement discussion. Guys, a settlement is the holy grail for Ripple and the SEC, and let me just tell you why. If we do have a settlement, this case will not be appealed. It will be over forever. And over forever would be the best news we could possibly get. I would love to see this case settle. So that's kind of why I'm hyper-focusing here. Look, I love that Ripple could beat the SEC, but if Ripple beats the SEC, there's still that ultimate concern of an appeal. In a settlement, there's no concern of an appeal, and Ripple and the SEC can just go their different ways. So that's why I'm hyper-focused right now on the possibility of this being a settlement. Although I still don't know exactly if that escrow poll is anything we should be hyper-focusing on. Simmons, if they are going to settle, I have no idea if they're going to settle or not. I think I'm 50-50 on them settling right down the middle. But if they are going to settle, I think it would happen before the last document filing. I think it would happen before the last document filing. Last document filing, I believe, is May 6th. So if we are going to settle, I think the settlement would happen prior to May 6th. I really do. Lunatic, the settlement meeting is on Monday. The settlement meeting, no, Tuesday, the 16th. I wish I didn't know about this now, right? I wish I found out about this on Monday, so I'd only have a day to wait. Now I have to be thinking about this all weekend. It's going to be in the back of my mind. So I actually wish I didn't find out about this news, because now it's really dominating what I'm thinking about. But look, I will say this, and this is once again against a settlement. This is once again against a settlement. I want to read you a tweet from Stuart Alderati the other week. Because I think it's going to open you. Crypto Clay says they will settle. I would think they would, but Crypto Clay, let me see if this gives you any pause. This is what Stuart Alderati tweeted out on March 29th, 2024. And this is right after Ripple and the SEC's prior settlement discussion. Stuart Alderati tweeted out, 7 years after the Dow report, which the SEC claims provided clarity to crypto, the SEC is still litigating 8 major crypto cases in federal courts with no end in sight. Something's broken. So on March 29th, 2024, Stuart Alderati essentially said there's no end in sight. So that's my biggest pushback against a settlement. But you could also argue, right, that there is kind of an end in sight, unless he thinks the SEC is going to appeal the case and this is going to go to the Second Circuit. So that would be no end in sight. Taylor, I completely agree with you right there. There is no way the SEC can prove pecuniary harm. You have to wonder what the SEC is still doing in this case, unless their job is just to stall Ripple and they plan on going to the Second Circuit. Look, if SEC doesn't settle this case, I am going to be very worried that their plan is to appeal it. If we do get a decision from Judge Torres, I do have a worry the SEC is going to look to appeal the case. I have no idea why they would do that. It seems like a terrible decision. But if their goal really is just to hold Ripple back, then I wouldn't be surprised if an appeal is in the cards. Guys, some other big news. Some other big news is that John Deaton just outraised Elizabeth Warren in fundraising dollars. So I want to bring that to your attention because it's super, super important to understand. John Deaton has a chance of beating Elizabeth Warren. He's out fundraising her. So I say this all the time, but if you're watching this video right now, make sure when you can, you give John Deaton retweets. I know it doesn't seem like it does much, but it really does help a lot. And if you're not going to donate money, which I'm not going to tell anyone, right, they have to donate money or anything like that. But if you're not going to donate money to John Deaton, then just drop him a retweet and a like on his post. It's a very easy, free thing you can do that's going to help him a lot. So when John Deaton posts something from that Senate account, just do your part and drop it a like or a retweet. It's really, really important that we get him as much attention as possible, because if he's out fundraising Elizabeth Warren, then he has a legitimate chance of actually beating him. Gomer Mickle, do you think we're going to retire this year? I'm never going to retire, I don't think. I think I'm going to be working in crypto, hopefully for the next 10 to 15 years. I don't have any plans in leaving, regardless of how much money I have. But I hope to be able to retire from my engineering job as my full-time gig. Chadwick said, are you talking about YouTube on X? What do you mean? What do you mean? Trump is the most crypto-friendly president in history. I think that's a fair statement. I think there's only been 2 presidents that really have been under crypto, right? I guess Trump and Biden, and Trump was better than Biden, so I'll give Trump that. Taylor, what kind of engineering do? I do surgical robotics. I would do surgical robotics. That's my full-time gig right now. I love it, but I can't wait to be done with it. Yep, Trump has spoken out against crypto, but the good thing about Trump is I don't think Trump would be attacking the industry. I don't think Trump would be attacking the industry, to be honest with you. I think Trump is better than Biden when it comes to crypto. Look, I'm not going to be, I don't want to get into the politics game, right? I don't think either of them are necessarily my cup of tea, but purely from a cryptocurrency standpoint, look, the Republicans really just did almost nothing in regards to crypto. They did sue Ripple, right? They did sue Ripple. So not my favorite move there, but I think it's overall better than the current administration. No, the XRP lawsuit isn't over. XRP was already deemed not a security. So that's good news, but the technically Ripple is still in the case. So look, if I was to try to cherry pick your words, I would say the XRP lawsuit is over, but Ripple and the SEC is still happening. Overall, though, well, guys, if this wasn't interesting enough, we just got this taken up a notch. This just got taken up a notch. The filing being talked about right now on X was not originally scheduled. It was not originally scheduled. Oh boy. This is getting fascinating. The settlement conference between Ripple and the SEC was not originally in the cards. Although I don't know if I trust this. I don't know if Bill provided the best source here. I don't think he did. Let me take that back and let me reconfirm this. Man, I really wish I could just think of the document and make it appear in front of me, because I remember originally seeing when the settlement conferences were filed, but I don't think this is necessarily true what I just read. I'll have to keep my eye on this. Greetings from Denmark, XRP Viking, nice to see you. JS says, nope, Ripple has dropped XRP. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds like you don't know what you're talking about. No offense, JS. Dirt Nap, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Dirt Nap, what we're talking about right now is a settlement conference scheduled between Ripple and the SEC next week. The settlement conference is taking place on April 16th. And funny enough, right before this settlement conference was filed, Ripple essentially pulled some of their XRP out of escrow that wasn't originally pulled. We're kind of looking into this right now and seeing if could there be preparation for some kind of settlement. It looks very interesting. Messi, good to see you, man. Good to see you. We've missed you today. Liz, good to see you too. It's nice to see you guys. Happy to have you guys. See what else we got. Any questions in the chat, make sure to drop them. I'm really not finding anything else in terms of this news that I think is critical. I'm seeing a lot of speculation, which is cool, but nothing at the moment that I think... How much XRP did Ripple put out of escrow? Ripple pulled 500 million XRP out of escrow. Normally they pull $1 billion out every month. Earlier this month, they only pulled out 500 million, and they just pulled out the rest of the 500 million. How are the AMMs performing? The AMMs are performing nicely. We already have 1.5 million XRP locked in the AMM. So it looks like the AMMs are off to a very, very strong start again. And these things are just going to keep filling up. Most of what we see in the AMM right now is retail, but I think we're going to see a lot of institutional involvement around the corner. Yeah, so just in the top two AMM pools, which are between USDC XRP and Solo XRP, over 1.2 million XRP are locked up. DAI praised me in his last video. I really appreciate that, and DAI has been a big supporter recently, so massive shout out to DAI. Can you give a take on Caleb and Brown? Crypto Liz Taylor, I don't know much about Caleb and Brown. I don't use them. I know the people who do use them kind of rave about them. They like them a lot. I don't think I have enough XRP to get involved with them, unfortunately. Maybe one day I'll have enough value in XRP to do that. But right now I really don't have too many thoughts. Can you read my post, please? I haven't seen your post. What do I think about the current stock prices and compared to gold price? I'm not really bearish on any markets at the moment. I'm not a big gold bug, so I don't know much about gold, to be completely honest with you. But overall, I think all markets look relatively healthy to me. I'm not scared of any markets. Also, Brad Kimes, I love you. Yeah, I really appreciate DAI and Brad giving me all the love recently. Look, those are two people I used to watch back in the day when I was first learning about XRP. So to see them kind of praising me is kind of surreal. Those two are great guys, and I really appreciate the love they're throwing at me. So very, very appreciative of that. And it's just cool to see them kind of following my content and watching the things I say, because like I said, right, these are people I used to really look up to. These are people I used to watch every single day. And right, there's no reason I don't watch them anymore other than the fact that I'm so freaking busy. I'll tune into their videos every once in a while, show them some love, throw a like on their videos, throw a comment. But look, they're absolutely outstanding people. I really appreciate them kind of praising me, and it's just cool to see. It's cool to see. It's surreal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the videos, Adam. Love making the videos, love going live. All of it, man, is so much fun, and I just really appreciate you guys coming here day in and day out, and talking about these markets with me, right? It's really cool to see, and I also really appreciate the fact that we've really built out a lot of this community in a bear market. We've really built out a lot of this community when prices weren't ripping and prices were low. So I'm just really excited to see this community grow in a bull market, right? When there's a lot of excitement and when there's a lot of FOMO, right? And new people are joining. The reason why I say that is just because I know you guys are the OGs, right? I know you guys are really here every single day, and we're positive and we're happy, like regardless of what was happening in the market. I know you guys are patient. You guys are the real deal. You guys are long-term investors. So you guys are always going to be the OGs. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm so happy, right, that I started doing these live streams during the bear market. These let me know who here is the real deal and who's just coming here for price appreciation. So really appreciate all of you guys. You guys are the OGs. We're trying to figure that out right now. We don't know why that escrow is unlocked. We don't know if there's some kind of settlement discussion behind the scenes. We don't know if Ripple just unlocked that escrow and they're going to relock it up. We were asking the question earlier, and I don't think we necessarily got anywhere concrete. Maybe we won't know anything concrete until May or April 16th rolls around. But there's certainly speculation around it, and I think the speculation is at least valid at the moment. True, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I always love when you tune in. Good to see you, True. Let's see. I'm going to check in again real quick and see if we have any new information. Your cat chewed out your Wi-Fi? That's crazy, True. That's crazy. Who donated 1.5? I don't know who donated 1.5 mil to John Deaton. I don't think anyone did that. John Deaton had 1.3 million raised total, but I could be wrong there. If and when will John Deaton debate Elizabeth Warren? I don't think Elizabeth Warren will debate John Deaton, but if I think they did, John Deaton would absolutely destroy her. I don't think Elizabeth Warren would stand a chance. I would love to see that debate, but I don't think Elizabeth Warren would let that happen. If I was Elizabeth Warren advisor, I would say go nowhere near John Deaton, because John Deaton is the one person on earth who has the potential to beat you. So I think, I think Elizabeth Warren is in big trouble. Big trouble. S&P 500 down 80 points. Is it only 80 points? I thought it was worse. But yeah, wow. Ugly day in the market. Eli announced it 15 Ripple announced it 15 minutes ago. Who's Eli? Oh, Ellie. Let me take a look at that. The Twitter search function is so bad. Yeah, so this is what I have in terms of John Deaton. According to Eleanor Terrett, according to the Federal Election Commission, John Deaton outraised Elizabeth Warren in the first quarter, with John Deaton receiving a total of $1.36 million and Elizabeth Warren raising $1.4 million. Yep, according to the campaign, John Deaton has received his money from Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, Cameron Winklevoss, Tyler Winklevoss, Charles Hoskinson, Anthony Scaramucci, and James Lopp. I don't know who James Lopp is, but very interesting. It seems like John Deaton is getting fundraising from the Bitcoin maximalists as well, which is really cool to see them kind of joining the fight. This is one of the things I said was going to happen. The best thing about having new opposition is it kind of brings everyone in crypto together who's been fighting to realize that we have a common enemy. So it's really cool to see kind of the Bitcoin maximalists taking John Deaton's back as well. Ultimately, I think it's really good to see anyone supporting John Deaton. TAs says correction coming, in your opinion. Where? Sorry. Frank, TA, on what chart? I think correction is overdue in the stock market, a slight one. But I think ultimately at the end of the year, we're much higher. I'm bullish on markets, right? I think a correction can kind of come in at any point. So if you asked me if a correction is due on any chart, then I'd probably say yes. You can always have a correction, but I don't see anything in the market right now that's really worrying me for the long term. Oh, Bitcoin? No, Bitcoin, right? We could see some kind of correction, but I think it's more consolidating. To me, it looks like Bitcoin has a kind of a healthy consolidation going right now. We'll have to see what happens there, but I don't really see think Bitcoin's going higher before lower. It's got this nice little pause pattern going on where it's kind of just hanging out at current levels. That looks pretty healthy to me. So I think a consolidation is more likely than a contraction. I don't have a prediction for XRP in 3 months. I'm sorry. I don't do time frames like that. There's no point. Could the escrow releases be transferred to central banks to be used as a reserve asset? Della, if they purchase that escrow, for sure. I don't think Ripple's going to give away that escrow for free, but if central banks want to buy Ripple's escrow, I think it's up for sale, right? I think it's up for sale. So I don't think Ripple's just going to be handing out the escrow to central banks, but if central banks want to purchase that escrow, I'm sure Ripple would sell central banks XRP. Do you think Brad Garlinghouse and David Do you think Brad Garlic Mouth and David Schwartz will stop dumping on us? Look, I think they're going to keep selling XRP if they want to sell XRP. I don't think they're really selling at any kind of alarming rate. So, I don't know. I'm not really worried what Brad and David do with their XRP. I'd prefer if they stayed long, but I think they're perfectly fine taking profits. Everyone deserves to take profits on crypto. So, I don't know. I think that's more of a FUD point than any kind of real material information. XRP escrow will go to stablecoin. Maybe. I don't know about that. Let's see what else we got. How am I? I'm tired at the moment. I'm tired. But I'm happy it's Friday, man. I'm happy it's Friday, so I'm good. Once the escrow reaches its finish date, anyone can release it. If nobody does, it just stays in the finish state, but not to be released. It's funny that no one... Oh, if you could describe that a little more, it'd be helpful. Yeah, would love to get more members on the channel. We're going to do more and more member live streams going into the future. It's important to note, right? The live streams are just going to get better and better once we really get this bull market in full effect. So if we have 300 people on the live stream on a boring day like today, I'm so excited. I think the sky's the limit for these things. What do you think? What do I think it's in the doc, the 217 docs between JP Morgan and the SEC talking about Ripple and the XRP? Seems like a smoking gun in all of this. I completely agree. I have a feeling JP Morgan might have been encouraging the SEC maybe to clamp down on Ripple and XRP. Very interestingly enough, JP Morgan has had an internal doc leaked that said that if Ripple can beat the SEC in court, XRP is poised for significant adoption. I really wonder how much of a threat Ripple really is to a lot of these institutions on the back end, because it really seems like to me that a lot of these institutions are acknowledging Ripple recently and very much understanding that XRP, right, is a real disruptor in the system. I think it's so funny that people in crypto like to think that Ripple and XRP are a big nothing burger. I think it's funny that a lot of people in crypto tend to ignore Ripple and XRP, but then you have the likes of JP Morgan literally saying that if Ripple can beat the SEC in court, XRP is poised for significant adoption. It's interesting. It seems like the smartest people in the room are the ones focused on Ripple and XRP. See what else we got. David Schwartz commented on the escrow release. Let me take a look at that. This is what we need, right? This is what we need. Some comments from people in the know. Let me take a look. Oh, I went to go to David Schwartz. I accidentally clicked on David Portnoy. That's funny. Okay, so I see what you're saying. This was David's comment. Once escrow reaches its finished date, anyone can release it. If nobody does, it just stays in its finished date, but not be released. It's funny to me that no one finished it. I don't know really what that means, to be honest with you. To be completely honest with you, that went a little bit over my head. Daniel, good to see you, man. Good to see you. ETFs get filed? No ETFs as predicted. Yep, that was one of the easiest predictions I've been able to make in a while, but we'll see the ETFs eventually. I think a lot of people just got a little overly excited about something that wasn't going to happen there. Good to see you, Daniel. Good to see you, man. D-Fin, what up, D-Fin? I saw you in the space this morning, D-Fin. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Just streaming, man. Just streaming all day. Streaming all day. Slept in? Oh, I wish, Daniel, man. I am exhausted right now. I am exhausted. I drank Celsius this morning and I'm still falling asleep. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed the space, D-Fin. Glad you enjoyed the space. Oh, Frank, the contract doesn't release the XRP, only makes it ready to release until Ripple does anything. Yeah, so Ripple obviously went out of their way to release that XRP today. Or maybe they're just so was the XRP actually released, or is it just available for release? I think Ripple actually took the money. What is the escrow finish transaction, right? What is an escrow finish transaction? Oh, okay, Nate. This is amazing, Nate. Nate, I appreciate that a lot. I really do. Thank you. This is why I love. This is why this is so cool. You guys are constantly bringing some really good information to me. So now let's take a look at what David Schwartz said. David Schwartz specifically said, once the escrow reaches its finish date, anyone can release it. If nobody does, it will just stay in the finish state but not be released. It's funny to me that nobody finished it. Okay, so the XRP was never transferred to Ripple. Right? That's how I'm understanding this. So the XRP was unlocked from escrow, but no one ever made that transaction actually get sent to Ripple. Am I understanding that correctly? I think I am, Nate. I think I am. David Schwartz said, once the escrow reaches its finished date, anyone can release it. If nobody does, it will just stay in the finished state, but not be released. It's funny to me that no one finished it. So it sounds like to me that XRP unlock that everyone's talking about never actually made it into Ripple's possession. That would completely destroy the narrative that Ripple is unlocking the XRP for the settlement conference. That would completely destroy the narrative. Nate, if you have any thoughts on that, would love to hear it. You know, I never actually took the time to learn about the escrow functionality, so I'm glad I was forced to do that today. And actually learn about the escrow functionality. That's cool though. That's cool. I like knowing these things. I really do. Any other comments, guys, before we wrap this up? Any other comments? All right, guys, I don't see any shrugged my own stream there. All right, guys, I'm going to close it down. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Really, really appreciate you guys coming. We'll be back maybe this weekend. We'll see how things go. Always appreciate you guys being here. You guys are absolutely amazing. Hope everyone has a great weekend.